Hello, thank you so much for coming back to watch this week's hair care video. So today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on how to get a good hair color at home using box dye. So if that sounds interesting, then please keep on watching. Like it said, I do upload a daily video all about budget beauty every single day of the week. So hit that notification bell, bookmark the page, all that kind of stuff. You know, subscribe. There we go. I also do a live stream every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come hang out, come chat with me. I really do love getting to know my viewers and subscribers. Okay, so I'm the type of person, I've always dyed my hair at home, and I've never gotten it done professionally. I know, I'm sorry Brad Mondo, he's never going to see this, but you know, there's lots of people out there that think you shouldn't dye your hair at home, you should leave it to the professionals, which I totally get, but at the same time, it's more affordable, and as long as you're not trying to drastically change your hair color, it really should be okay. But with these tips and tricks, it's gonna turn out beautiful. Okay, so I've been dyeing my hair for a long time, and I have made a lot of mistakes. And this is from learning and doing a lot of research and all that kind of stuff, so anyway, okay, so I am going to be using the Revlon Colorsilk. This is an awesome hair dye. It's super affordable and it's my favorite. So this is a permanent dye, okay? So my very first little tip, and this is going to seem obvious, is buy an extra box than what you think you actually need. So I'm going to be using two boxes. They're both the same, but I'm using, this is light reddish brown. So I'm trying to go pretty close to my natural hair color, but I'm using two boxes. So buy an extra box than you actually think you need, because you would rather have too much than not enough, if that makes sense. The other little tip is the shades on the box right here. This is going to be on virgin hair. This is going to be hair that has never been dyed before, okay? It's really going to depend on your undertone, that kind of stuff. So if you look at the box and you're like, oh, that's the color I'm going to get, it's most likely not going to be the color that you get. Just FYI, okay? So just be aware that it's probably not going to be the exact same that's on the box, okay? Okay, so second tip is you want to do it on not freshly washed hair. So my hair is it's been a day since I've washed my hair, so my hair is it's looking pretty greasy. I do have combo hair, dry ends, oily scalp. So my hair, I didn't wash it last night, so it's going to be good to dye. You want some natural oil in your hair. It's going to help protect your scalp. Hair dye is very abrasive. It can be very damaging on the hair. So make sure that, you know, your hair is not same day clean, if that makes sense. Of course, you always want to kind of brush your hair, comb it out. You don't want any tangles or anything like that. Okay, so if you're doing an all-over hair dye job, which is what I'm going to be doing today. So as your hair grows out, you have virgin roots. That means that there's no hair dye on them. Virgin roots are harder to cover. So I am going to be sectioning off a portion of my hair. So right here, okay, so I'm just going to be doing my roots at first. Okay, there we go. Okay, so hair is sectioned. Okay, I'm just going to part it down the middle. So you can definitely use a bowl and a brush. I don't have any of those, but you're going to be able to get a very clean line when you are doing it that way. So, okay. Of course, wear some old stained whatever. This is my hair dyeing shirt. As you can see, I have a lot of hair dye in it already. So, oakley dokley. So, what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to go ahead and get everything mixed. So, we have, this is our cream developer. So, and then we have our dye. So I'm going to go ahead and get both made up. Like I said, I am using two boxes of dye. Okay. don't mix colors, okay? So I've got a box dye down here. It's a different brand. Don't mix colors of box dye to get a custom shade. A lot of different hair dyes have different strength of developer, so don't mix. If you're going to be wanting a mixed or like your own custom shade, do it professionally. Or, you know, even go to Sally's Beauty or whatever and get someone there to help you. So, okay. There's one. Okay. Just gonna put this back on so that way we can keep it a little bit cleaner. Before you dye, you want to make sure you do a patch test, so that could be on your skin, just to make sure you're not going to have any kind of irritation. I'm not doing that today because I have used this dye countless times. I know I don't have any irritation from it, so. Okay, so there we go. Both are in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. Most box dyes do come with gloves, so make sure you are using them. Okay, and now I'm just going to go ahead and mix these. Okay, so if you have dry ends, you don't want to touch those quite yet. So this dye you need to leave on for 30 minutes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do from about here up, okay? And I'm just going to leave it. And then I'm going to do my mid-lengths to my tips the last 15 minutes. Most people's hair, especially when it gets long, their ends are drier, split ends, that kind of stuff. If your ends are dry, a lot of split ends, it will absorb the color quicker. So that's how you can end up with light roots and dark ends, which I have done countless times, really, countless times. So you can either put a little bit of conditioner in your ends, so that way that dye actually has to kind of eat through that conditioner to get into the hair shaft, all that, or you can just wait and do your mid-lengths and ends till about 10-15 minutes before you're supposed to rinse your hair. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my roots. Okay, so I have two sections here. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Once again, if you do have a brush, that would be easier. But, okay. Go ahead and just part it a little bit. And go ahead and do a little bit of dye. You don't want to be rubbing it into your scalp. If you don't watch Brad Mondo, you need to. He is a professional hairdresser in New York City, and dye does not lather. So you don't need to rub it into your scalp. That can cause irritation. So, which I have done a lot in the past. I will rub it into my scalp, and you don't need to do that. Okay, but I'm going to just gently kind of comb it through. So I'm almost at the spot where I'm going to be stopping soon. So so that way I don't get overdeveloped ends. I'm not rubbing it in, I'm just trying to get these thinner side pieces. Okay, so I'm going to go just about to my ear, and then I'm going to stop. So that way we don't got any overdeveloped areas. Like, I don't want dark ends, so. You want to make sure it's totally saturated. You don't want any dry areas. Okay, so that's good. As you can see, most of my length of my hair is dry. And we're just gonna go ahead. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. As you can see, it's already starting to develop. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my ends now. So, I personally like to put it in my hand, but you can do what you like. I just find it easier to work it through. Once again, we want it totally saturated. I thought I did such a good job not putting it on the skin. I didn't. It's fine. A little bit of toothpaste will take it off, so not a big deal. Okay, so please, if you don't need to use the whole entire bottle, like I have still quite a bit left, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this sit for another 15, and then I will go and rinse it. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and reset my timer. Let me go wash my hands because I accidentally got some hair dye on my hands. So 15 minutes. See you here in a sec. Okay, so I still have 6 minutes to go, but I wanted to come on here and kind of give you some tips while you're in the shower. Number one, make sure you rinse your hair very, very, very well. Sometimes you can accidentally leave color in your hair and it will keep developing. It does stop developing about like after an hour, but you could end up with hair darker than you really wanted. Rinse with cool water. It doesn't have to be like cold, but lukewarm, maybe a tiny bit warmer. That will help to close the hair cuticle and hold that color in. And you need to make sure you're also using conditioner. A lot of box colors will come with a aftercare conditioner. Make sure you do use it. Once again, that also helps to kind of close down and seal down that hair cuticle, and it keeps those color molecules inside the hair shaft. So inside the cortex, whatever. But yeah, so make sure you rinse your hair very well. Use cool water, and then make sure you are using a conditioner. If it doesn't come with conditioner in your box dye, then make sure you still condition with another type of conditioner. But here we are. I got how much? 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go. So I'm gonna go start getting stuff ready, and I will be back after my hair is dried and show you what it's looking like afterwards. So here, see you here in a second. Okay, so this is what it's looking like dry. I think it looks really good. I don't feel like my ends are way darker than my roots. You might not be able to see a huge difference color-wise, but in real life it looks so good. Yeah, I think it looks great. It is still a little tiny bit damp just because I was blow drying my hair on Cool and that took forever. So yeah, I do have some spots that are still wet, but yeah, I think it looks way better. My roots covered nicely. Sorry, alarm clock, for giving Castiel meds and everything. Anyway, but yeah, I think it looks great, and I really, really like it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put these tips and tricks at the end of the video on like a little screen so that we can screenshot them, but yeah, there we go. I like it a lot. But anyway, I hope you did enjoy this week's hair care video. I try to do it as in-depth as possible without making it super duper 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 long, so there we go. But anyway, I'll go ahead and leave the hair dye that I did use down below for you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it. I'd really, really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. What is your favorite boxed hair dye? I'd love to know down below in the comments. And just so you know, I do have another channel. It's called Gourmet on a Budget. I upload on that one 7 days a week as well. It'll be linked down below. I also have a Mercari page, which has discount makeup, skincare, hair care, jewelry. Yep, down below as well. And I do have a Facebook group called Budget Glam Babes. And you guessed it right, it'll be down below. So anyway, but yeah, don't forget, you're always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at Budget Glam Babe. Don't go anywhere quite yet. Another video should start autoplaying here very shortly. You can always click on one of the ones that'll be popping up around the screen. But yeah, I'll see you here in just a sec.